Doing fantastic this Monday morning. Karibuni sana. It's a chilly, rainy kind of morning, but we are here to bring the heat to your sitting room. You are watching Art and Culture Monday. You are with me, Karen Blessing, and this is of course KUTV Rise Today, Art and Culture Monday, the show that comes to your screen every Monday morning, all the way from 7 a.m. until 10 a.m. to just give you the vibes, give you the amazing vibes that you need to start your day. Kick those Monday blues out of the window and just make sure that you're having a fantastic time. And we are here yet another Monday to do exactly that. We have an amazing show lined up for you because we are ready, we prepared, just to make sure that you start your Monday right. So as we begin, today is the 22nd of April. That means the month of April is running by. Imeenda, by the way. Ndio hiyo, we are about to, say goodbye to the month of April. And this also marks Monday number 17. Yes, we've been here 17 times. 17 Mondays have gone by in the year 2024. And that means that we have exactly 35 more Mondays to go. So to go, a third of the year is gone because 17, then we have 35 to go. So a third of the year is gone, 2/3 are remaining. What are you going to do about it? What had you set to do in the year 2024? Because it is not waiting around. Every day is passing by. So I hope that you are set on your goals, that you're set on everything that you intended to achieve, and that you're going to do exactly that before the end of the year. So we are here for the 17th time, one more time, to start the day with you, to set the right mood for the week, and to just make sure that you have started right. Because when you start right, chances of going on right and finishing right are at least increased, So we are here to do exactly that. And today we have an amazing show lined up for you. Of course, starting with our traffic updates, especially because it is raining. Yes, we are experiencing heavy rains, so we need to be on the lookout for our traffic updates. But even before we go there, I can already tell you to please be extra careful on the road, irrespective of what type of road user you are. So whether you are driving or you are cycling or you are on foot, you need to be extra cautious, extra careful, because we know the rainy season comes with more danger on the road. So if you can please take care of yourself, you will have done yourself and me a solid, because you're going to be here watching Art and Culture Monday. After that, we're going to be taking a look at the news making headlines to understand what has been happening in our country. There are a number of sudden deaths and sad news that has just been going around, which we are of course in prayer that they are going to stop, and of course sending our condolences to the respective families. But we are going to be taking a look at that on our news updates. After that, we are going to be seated down for the heart of the show, which is our conversations of the day, our lounges, that we are going to be seated today and having different conversations. And today I am excited because number one, we are going to be talking all about the East Africa Poetic Hour Battle. And we are going to be having the executive director, and we are going to be having a poet and an author with him. You guys know her name is familiar to your ears, I am sure, especially if you're a fan of Art and Culture Monday. Wangui Kimani is not a new name. So yeah, we're going to be seated talking about the East Africa Poetic Hour Battle, and you have no idea what that is about. That is exactly why you need to stick around for that conversation. And of course, listen to 1-2 performances from Wangui Kimani, just to feel, to feel the vibe that we are expecting. So we are going to be knowing what is the East Africa Poetic Hour Battle, what is it about, when will it be, why, why is it even in existence in the first place? So that is a conversation I'm excited to have. And then it's been a while since we have had a spoken word artist with us on set. So we are excited for Wangui Kimani, and that is going to be forming a huge part of the heart of our conversation this morning. On the next launch, we are going to be having a comedian. Again, it's been a while. We have been talking all matters theater and a lot of plays. So we are changing gears. We are shifting gears today. Our second guest is going to be a comedian. His name is Piento. Yeah, so we're going to be getting to know all about him. What kind of comedy does he do? Just getting to understand, because as a country, not even lovers of art and culture, Monday, we need some laughter. We honestly need some laughter. So we're going to be having that as our second conversation of the day. And then after that, of course, we're going to wrap up the show with our art calendar, letting you know where you can be, what is going to be happening, and if there are tickets or it's free of charge, where you can be and how you can just have an amazing time, especially over the weekend. That is from Friday all the way to Sunday to Tokpatia form. So stick around, the show is packed. It is concrete, it's ready to be delivered to you. So if you can stick around and talk to me, because we are streaming live right about now on YouTube. Tafuta KUTV Kenya. The show that is streaming right now is Art and Culture Monday, and Facebook. So today you get a double treat. All right, so if you can kimbia pale Facebook or YouTube, drop me your comment. Just tell me how you're doing this chilly morning. Let me know, have you woken up yet? If you have, please wake up your friends. It's Monday morning. We said we are set year right, or to do right by this year. So wamshe come and enjoy Art and Culture Monday. Drop me your comment. If you are on transit, let me know how the traffic is doing on your side. If you are in the house, just let me know how this beautiful Monday is doing for you. All right, so keep me posted. Let me know how you're doing throughout the course of the show, and let's have an amazing time. Let's get this show started. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We want to take a look at what is happening on our roads this morning, and we usually do so courtesy of Mathri Route on X to just keep ourselves posted. But even before we do that, if you are on the road, if you are on transit this Monday morning, I'd like to know, because we're on a 411 more updated, so I'm sure that you know what is happening on the roads. But right about now, courtesy of Mathri Route on X, we want to understand exactly what is happening with our roads. Someone else is saying, from my vantage point at the Donholm interchange, outer ring is moving smoothly on both sides, and that is such good news, because outer ring has usually has traffic most of the time. So if you're using outer ring road this morning, you might just have a great morning. Someone else is saying, traffic at MMU Rongai, stalled truck on the hill, people have overlapped, creating about 4 lanes. Avoid the route if you can. So yeah, if you're going around Multimedia University at Rongai, there's a bit of traffic right there, as you have had 4 lanes. So if you can be able to avoid that route, please go ahead and do exactly that. Let me see, there is also some traffic around Ruaka. There's a small landslide on the side of the road, so that is causing a bit of traffic at Ruaka. So if you're using the northern bypass into the area of Ruaka, please be careful, and if you can use an alternative route, please go ahead and do exactly that. Okay, someone else is saying the substandard roadworks, no drainage, greed and corruption is equal to Katani Road. Katani Road is not doing amazing at all. So yeah, if you're along Syokimau and you're headed from Syokimau to Katani, it is a huge mess. If you can avoid it, please go ahead and do so. If you can make time, because of course you're going to be taking some more time to get into Mombasa Road. If you're traveling from Katani to Mombasa Road, make sure that you have done exactly that. All right, someone is asking what is happening at Westland roundabout. There is a lot of traffic. We are not moving. So again, if you're along Wayakiwe Westlands roundabout, you may also be taking a minute, but if you can avoid it, please go ahead and do that. All right, let me see. I think that is most of what I had, courtesy of Mathri Route on X. But most roads this morning are not doing great. Katani Road is doing badly, so if you can avoid it, go ahead and do exactly that, and keep me posted. Let me know how the road you are on this morning, whether there is traffic or not, and whether we can advise other road users who are not yet on the road whether to use that route, avoid that route, or make sure that they have counted in some time to stay in traffic. That is it, courtesy of Mathri Route on X, but I am expecting your feedback. Like I said, we are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube, so if you can run there, KUTV Kenya, drop me your comment, let me know how you're doing, and I'm going to be getting into it shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Art and Culture Monday, and you're with me, Karen Blessing. And like I said, this is a show that comes to your screen every Monday morning from 7 a.m. all the way to 10 a.m. just to bring the warmth to your sitting room, really. So that is exactly why we are here. And I said that today's show is prepared exactly for that. Our conversation of the day, on our launches rather of the day, we are going to be having two different conversations, all of them very entertaining, so I would like you to be around for that one. Our first conversation is going to be on East Africa Poetic Hour Battle, and like I said, if you have no idea what that is about, we're going to be discussing it at length with one Godfrey Imoja, who is the Executive Director, Talent Industry, and one Wangoi Kimani, and she is a poet and an author. And like I said, that name is not new to Art and Culture Monday. It's not new in the poetic scene. She does amazing pieces, so I'm hoping to get one or two pieces from her this morning, so I'd like you to stick around for that specific conversation, even as we disseminate the conversation on East Africa Poetic Hour Battle. That is going to be our conversation number one. And like I said, on our second conversation, because this is going to be needed, much needed, we are going to be talking to a comedian. His name is Piento. We are going to get to know him, get to know what kind of work that he does, you know, and many things, because he is a jack of many trades. So we are going to be getting to understand exactly what he does, and probably, you know, get some laughter, you know, these mornings. So we are going to be having that conversation, and after that, we are going to be headed into our art calendar, because we have to let you know where you will be, how much are the tickets gonna be, what type of fun are you expecting to have this weekend. That is what art calendar is tailored for. So we are going to be taking a look at that at the tail end of our show. All right, but right about now, we want to get into our news updates to understand exactly what is happening in the country. So again, if you have any comment, if you have anything you'd like to say about the news pieces that we're about to bring to you, feel free to let me know on Facebook or YouTube, where we are streaming live right about now. All right, so drop your comment. But right about now, ladies and gentlemen, let's hop on to our news updates. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We want to take a look at exactly what is happening in the country on the news-making headlines. And to start us off, we are starting on a sad note, actually, because conflicting opinions have emerged concerning the death of the Chief of Defense Forces, General Francis Omondi Ogolla, as leaders from Nyanza demand for investigations to be done in a report given highlighting the cause of Ogolla's death. NAK Kenya party leaders Martha Karua urged the government to give answers to the nation on what transpired. Take a look.
As Kenyans eagerly awaited President William Ruto's comments on the death of Chief of Defense Forces Francis Ogolla, a cloud of anxiety hangover filled the funeral gathering.
We have lost many Kenyans because of extrajudicial killings. It is also true that we have lost many Kenyans because of political assassinations. And I made a commitment to the people of Kenya that there will never be, and let me say this, as has been said here by others, for the avoidance of doubt and without any fear of contradiction, there shall never be again extrajudicial killings or political assassinations.
It is time to open a new chapter in Kenya's leadership. I will ensure there will be no political assassinations in the country.
There is no position that is preserved for any group or any community or any religion. Kenya belongs to all of us.
This was the key message of President William Ruto's speech as mixed emotions about Ogolla's death filled the atmosphere among leaders and Kenyans.
I have full confidence in KDF. They are our foremost professional entity in Kenya. They have demonstrated beyond any doubt their professionalism and integrity.
Regarding leaders from Nyanza raising doubts about the deaths of their leaders, including Tom Mboya, President Ruto rejected the notion that Ogolla's death could be due to political or ethnic factors.
In the hands of General Ogolla, the security of Kenya was assured. He demonstrated in strategy, in word, and in deed that he loved this country, that he wanted the best for Kenya, and he stopped at nothing to make sure that Kenya was safe and every soldier, wherever they were, inside the country and outside the country, was serving to their best of ability.
The president also stated that a thorough investigation will be carried out to determine the cause of the military plane crash. Ruto, however, acknowledged General Francis Ogolla's significant contribution to his roles in defending the nation. President Ruto praised Ogolla, saying that not many leaders could fill his shoes, describing him as a unique leader whose work was of great importance in serving the nation.
There are very few leaders, there are very few people who can fit in the categorization and the shoes of General Ogolla. I say this passionately because I know what Kenya has lost.
And now it remains a waiting game by Kenyans to see what the investigation into the crash will reveal. Caroline Kimwale, KUTV.
Still on the same, President William Ruto has assured the public that no extrajudicial killing and political assassination shall happen in the country under his watch. These sentiments came after the emergence of controversial questions concerning the death of General Francis Ogola. The head of state in his speech assured that a thorough investigation will be conducted to determine the exact cause of the crash. Listen in.
Seemingly the fate of Ogola lies on the month of April, a month which his dad, who is 100 years, Mr. Joel Okech Ogola, was born. The late General Francis Ogola was appointed as the Chief of Defense Forces on April 27th and sworn in on the 28th of the year 2023 in the same month, which he later died on the 18th of April 2024, 10 days before he celebrated a year in the rank. His death has, however, raised conflicting opinions, as many people want to understand why Ogola, a person titled to secure the country, dies in a rare incident that happens in the Defense Ministry.
You know, Your Excellency, even up to yesterday, people were still speculating, oh, President appointed him because of this, oh, President appointed.
According to Nyanza political leaders, Ogola's death is not a natural death, stating that once beaten, twice shy.
I want to ask our uncle, the general's son, not to be impatient with us. It is not because of anything. It is just because once beaten, twice shy.
Additionally, Senator Siaya County Oburu Odinga stated that their suspiciousness emerges from the multiple political assassination of Nyanza leaders.
Just like to say that the death was an accident, but even though it is an accident, in this region we have had many such accidents. And we have also had assassination of leaders from this region. So when such things happen, we are a bit suspicious, not because of anything, but we want to know the truth. We want to know the truth.
His point was then supported by Siaya Governor James Orengo, who made it bold that an investigation must be done and a report given without leaving a thing out.
The first rule in investigations is that you don't rule anything out. If you want to carry a true investigation, don't leave anything out. So we want to be assured that nothing will be left out so that the truth comes out.
President William Ruto, however, stated that the country was secure in the hands of General Ogola, but why was he not secure? This is a question emerged from many leaders, as Martha Karua states that when such an incident occurs, it is a security matter which needs concern, urging the government to give answers to the nation.
When an accident occurs, it's a security issue. There are security concerns which deserve an answer for the nation. And since an inquiry has already been formed, we look forward to a speedy investigations.
It has been said that generals don't die, they just fade away. But here we have a case of a general who did not wait to fade away.
However, the president responded to Nyanza leaders, stating that they will never again in his tenure experience political assassinations in Kenya. Salma Swaleh reporting for KUTV.
Moving on, several national leaders, including the governor of Siaya, James Orengo, and the cabinet secretary for defense, Aden Duale, have indicated that the person who should succeed General Francis Ogola should come from the Siaya region. Duale has mentioned that Siaya region has a history of producing great generals.
Your Excellency the President, just like Atandi has said, when you retire and think of appointing other positions, you see what he has pointed out, that you think of somebody from this community. to be in that position.
Your Excellency, this region has produced decorated generals. General Owiti, General Opande, and many, many others. But because you wanted to change Kenya, you said we must kill ethnicity and regionalism in our country.
Moving on, Aden Duale, the Cabinet Secretary for Defense, disclosed on Sunday that General Francis Ogola was forced by his superiors to visit Bomas as the results of the 2022 presidential election were being tabulated. Duale's sentiments came after speculations that the General Ogola was part of the team which was against the 2022 general election. Take a look.
Take the program from there.
Speaking at the General Ogola's funeral in Siaya County, Defense Minister Aden Duale contended that since General Ogola was not a member of the National Security Council and was acting on directive from those seated in that influential seat on that time, he did not have authorization to travel to Bomas. Duale was speaking against the claims that Ogola was part of the team which wanted to distract the 2022 elections.
When he went to ELSAC, General Ogola and a direction was given to him with other colleagues, with a leader, him as a member, to go to Bomas. General Ogola, as a respectable soldier and general, he asked and sent a text message to his bosses and asked, what am I going to do in Bomas? And this has happened. And General Ogola was told, it's been decided, you go. And I'm narrating what General Ogola today is lying here, this man told me. When he went to Bomas, the then chairman of IBC, he told me, kept them for 5 hours. And the 411 came while he was in Bomas, saying the results will be announced at 3. And General Ogola then again sent a text message and saying, now that the result will be announced at 3, as a general, as a soldier, what am I doing here? And he was told, stay with your colleague. That text message is there.
According to Duale, General Ogola was a man of dignity and he did not pick any political sides.
So Honorable Raila Odinga was very right. Very right. And I came today to qualify his statement that General Ogola, a man he knows, would not have gone to Bomas. And the people who sent him to Bomas, some of them are here. Some of the people who sent him to Bomas, are known. They are members. So sometimes, the way Joel said, let us not create a false narrative about General Ogola.
Siaya Senator James Orengo, on his part, lauded Ogola for his contributions in the military field, rubbishing off the claims of his involvement with Azimio team.
The lingering doubt is that there is this allegation that General Ogola went to Bomas to try and change the elections. If you accuse Orengo of me, you can accuse me. I can plead guilty. I know even when I went there, I was just overpowered. But if you accuse Orengo, I think that it would be a reasonable accusation. But General Ogola, the way I know him, and I'm going to see him, even on political issues, and he will tell me if it is that, wachana nayo. Ata Murkomen told me that when he went to see Murkomen, it was just about development.
The reactions came after President William Ruto yesterday claimed that Ogola who was Vice CDF at the time, was one of the high-ranking officials in the administration who went to the National Tally Center in the Bomas of Kenya to convince Wafula Chebukati, the then chairman of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, to take a closer look at the final presidential results.
And all the advice that I got about the next CDF did not include the name of General Ogola. Unfortunately, there was only one problem. The events of the 15th of August at the Bomas of Kenya.
Kenyans and leaders continue to raise different reactions on what was the cause of the death, with the issue about Bomas of Kenya playing a key role. Edward Nyamo, KUTV.
Moving on, in the same matter, the family of the late Chief of Defense Forces General Francis Ogola has given their last tribute to their loving father. President William Ruto, among other leaders, have mourned General Ogola as a true soldier who was dedicated in serving the people of Kenya. This story was produced by our very own Linda Momanyi.
We shall remain standing for the national.
Leaders, the family of the late General Francis Ogola, together with Kenyans, have gathered today in Alego Usonga in Siaya County to give their last respect to the late general who died in a plane crash together with 9 other military officials. His family has described him as a well-dedicated, competent soldier, and failure was never an option in his mind. The family has also dismissed the speculations on the cause of the death, as they have termed it as genuine.
Talk about his work and his pursuit of excellence. He worked as if he was working for God. He had an audience of one. Anything he was doing, he was working for God and God alone. And we saw it.
In this country, very seriously, and it's a serious blow to the three of them. That one I'm saying, I talked to him personally. None of you know that information, but I know he had a very good working relationship with His Excellency. Na hata niliona Excellency jana umeshika macho kidogo, watu wakasema hii ni machozi ya crocodile, these are fake. In my heart, from what I know it was genuine.
Aden Duale in his speech said that he has lost a brother, a general who was a committed man of discipline and honor, and Kenya as a country has a lot to learn from the late General Ogola.
I have lost a colleague. I have lost a member of the Defense Council. I have lost a general who has put the security, the sovereignty and territorial integrity of our country.
Different leaders have mourned General Ogola as a great man, an epitome of humility who lived by the law and for the people of Kenya.
We have lost a great man. General Ogola was one of our finest for those of us who knew him.
Kuna kielelezo ya heshima na integrity kwa majeshi yetu, basi Ogola ndio alikuwa kwa mstari wa mbele.
Leaders have mourned General Ogola as a great man of the people whose legacy will be remembered.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's where we put a comma on the news updates this morning, but not to worry, because if you keep it KUTV Kenya, you're going to be receiving more updated news pieces of what is happening within and without the country at 6:30 p.m. for our Kiswahili news, and of course 9 p.m. for our English news. All right, we want to move on because we are already in the second hour. We are 7 minutes past 8 a.m. and our first guest of the day is already here. His name is Piento. We are going to be talking all matters comedy in just a bit.
Ni kaunti maarufu kwa kuzalisha maziwa na ukuzaji wa majani chai. Pia, serikali ya kaunti inawahimiza wakulima kukumbatia mitindo mingine ya kilimo kuzidisha mapato.
Kama kuna kikundi moja inafanya biashara ya kuuza kuku, hao pia tumewafadhili kuwafunza jinsi ya kuhandle zile kuku kwa sababu wanaleta kwa wingi.
Haya yote tunakuletea katika Boresha Kilimo, toleo la kaunti ya Bomet.
Kilimo ni nguzo kubwa kwa ujenzi wa taifa.
Maelfu na maelfu ya wahamiaji wakiwa na watoto kutoka nchi za Amerika ya Kati wanaendelea kuwasili kwenye mpaka kati ya Marekani na Mexico.
But folks, I'm going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ni habari kutoka pembe zote duniani.
Pepo pasi vuguvugu, pepo pani idea.
Tazidi ananyonya, hanyonyi vizuri, anakuwa hayuko comfortable.
Jeshi la Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo linapambana na waasi wa ADF.
Kwa sasa wanatoa wito kwa mashirika, makampuni na vile vituo vya uchukuzi.
Mambo mengi yatakwenda kama yalivyopangwa.
Hapa ni kuna mmoja wa viongozi wa chama cha wavuvi katika eneo hili.
Zaidi tunajaribu kuwapa chanjo ili ina boost ama inanyanyua kinga ya mwili, ndio inaenda kupelekea kupambana na virusi.
Ni duniani leo, Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, moja kwa moja kutoka VOA Swahili, Washington DC.
Is your first time?
Yeah, I'm kind of scared, but I can do this.
Yeah.
Mess with me. Yeah, let's do this, man.
From the hospital corridors, we bring you experts to discuss issues affecting your health, from diet to mental health. The familiar and the ignored are both put into perspective. We then dive into the environment and look at the effects of climate change and its solutions. Join me, Mutegi K. Martin, every Friday at 9 p.m. as we learn on how to better our health while taking care of our environment. Only on KUTV.
Lola is an app that gives you a chance to watch videos, listen to audios, and read articles wherever you are for free. Motivational stories, dramas, campus life, technology, lifestyle, adventure, sports, academics, jobs, entertainment, and more. Download Lola now on Play Store. All you need, you got Lola.
Tunachimba hadi mizizi kukuletea yanayojiri.
So mimi naomba tu serikali yetu ya Mungu, jibarikiwe na Mungu, iweze kuteremsha bei ya mafuta.
Yanayokukumba tuna maizi, tunakutetea sisiri. Kwa kweli ni speciali tukikupambia makala ya mwanamke mwake. Utasema hupendi mizizi ya habari. Nami Caroline Kimoi.
Access to knowledge, solution to unanswered questions.
Guidelines to pursuing your rights.
you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audio-visual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Wa subscribe.
Mara leo sioni kama nitakuwa na intro. Wacha ujinga. Atupaki nyeuzi nimeona kipesti uko chukwa mauga. Nimekipenda churuku yake safi ukifaria na kinyanza kwa kweli unakoviwa. Pepa ivo enda nayo, kisiri kiangu ni kire kia burauni. Ukifika huko Geita ni kimwamu, usichokose mutu utapata kwa ya nyumba. Nitacham nikupige mikarichi, watu kwa kwenu hata kinyoro chenu. Ninapiga ngadril pia miendo kusema, ukimukaribia utapata mafitefu. Totora bosongo, totora home, kisigari kanapenda ndisi si ita home. Bad bitch tiktok, ifabika top kwenye flow, choka na perform, choka na perform. Toki kana kwanga tikitoka, tikitoki ana kwanga meni foro, tikitoki ana kwanga tikitoka, tikitoki ana kwanga meni foro, tikitoki ana kwanga tikitoka, tikitoki ana kwanga meni foro, tikitoki ana kwanga tikitoka, tikitoki ana kwanga meni foro. Apendi ficha na bagesa wakwa, apendi kupelekwa utkeroka. Anataka choni trend ni mupaye V8, arafu ni mupaye visipao. Umkisi ni mpole ana mambo, arafu akivaria ile doja. Yuku wanazika tofta pumzi gochia, wacha farie kitenge ongeze na rapa. Totora home kisigari kanapenda ndisi si ita home. Bad bitch tiktok, ifabika top kwenye flow, choka na perform, choka na perform. Toki kana kwanga tikitoka, tikitoki ana kwanga meni foro, tikitoki ana kwanga tikitoka, tikitoki ana kwanga meni foro, tikitoki ana kwanga tikitoka, tikitoki ana kwanga meni foro, tikitoki ana kwanga tikitoka, tikitoki ana kwanga meni foro.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. As promised, this is our first guest of the day, and his name is Piento, and we want to get to know him, get to understand exactly what he does. Tumjue, tujue anafanyanga nini. Comedy like that, because definitely that is his line of work, and he is already in studio with me. So without wasting much time, I want him atusalimia, atuambie nani, then we jump right in. Piento, good morning.
Fiti.
Uko aje?
Nini niko vizuri kabisa.
Monday morning yako iko aje?
Vizuri, unajua lakini nimepotea hii Nairobi. Unajua nimepotea lakini at least niko hapa.
At least umefika. Umetoka side gani?
Nimetoka hapa Roysambu hapa juu tu.
Kapotea kidogo tuko na mbili.
Hapa ndani sasa. Unajua shule yenu ni kubwa paya sana.
Ni kubwa. That is a fact. Congratulations kwa kufika. We have to kupotea hivyo. I want you to say hi to guys at home, wasalimie, waambie wewe ni nani.
Kwa majina ni Piento Mkisinari kutoka pale sehemu za Kisii, lakini I do music in comedy na imbanga vitu zenye zireweki, lakini at least mnazipenda huko kwa mitandao. So niko hapa ndani ya KUTV asubuhi Monday. So muni watch.
Exactly. As they are.
Yeah.
So keep it here. Msiende mahali.
Msitoke mwende wapi?
Msitoke mwende mahali. Aya, pia tunataka tuanzie from ulianza kufanya hii comedy, this music comedy lini?
Music comedy sijaanza kitambo. It's been like tuseme 2 years.
Yes,
now.
About 2 years.
Yeah, 2
years
years
is a long time. So ulianza about 2021?
No, last year, 2021. Yeah, kwenda August hapo.
So tukielekea mwisho.
But sasa kufungua YouTube channel nilifungua last year.
Okay, YouTube channel inafanya vipi?
How is YouTube channel iko fit. Yeah, na TikTok pia ziko fit. Na yeah.
Traction ya watu ni when you did your first musical comedy, reception ya watu ilikuwa aje?
Okay, so mimi nilianza hivi, nilikuwa napiga tu skit tu comedy tu rap twingine tu funny to 30 seconds. So hizo 30 seconds sikuwa naweka YouTube, nilikuwa narusha TikTok na Facebook kama Reels na Instagram. So watu wakaniambia, wakakuja na idea wakaniambia comment section, si ufanyange full song uweke YouTube, tutakusupport. So from last year August ndo nilifanya hii ngoma ya uko single. Ndo I think it was my first song uko YouTube. Ya Zabron Singers nikafanya cover na ilipick vizuri sana, sasa iko 31k views YouTube.
That's good traction.
So niliona at least walinipokea vizuri na first song. So ndo nikaanza tu hivyo.
Ndio kaanza vizuri. So venye umesema you were doing short skits before, ni nini ilifanya ufikirie yenyewe I think musical comedy ndio niche yangu?
Nimekuwa nikijaribu skits, music, acting nini lakini watu hawazipendi. Wanasema una force talent. So nikatafuta nini nitafanya. Nikapiga tu moja kama joke na unajua ikaenda. So nikaona hapo ndo nafaa kukaa.
Exactly, because where the people are around ndio wanasema yenyewe what they want.
Wanasema chenye wanataka. So nikasema hii ndo imenikubali. Chanisonge nayo.
Wacha usonge nayo. And then since then umefanya a lot of music comedies, specifically a good number. What would you say ni nini umelearn kutoka sema ile ngoma ya kwanza yenye ulifanya to the most recent one? Ni lessons gani umelearn hapo katikati zenye zimekumake better ama zimeku challenge ama ni what have you learned in the course of doing the music comedies?
Sometimes watu boeka na the same content. So tunajaribu kuwaletea kitu safi at least. But kuna venye support si rahisi pia kupata. Unaweza pata umepiga ngoma yenye hata haijulikani. Unapata views zimeenda chini, ama umepiga ngoma yenye acha kutrend. Sasa hata ukipiga watu watasema ngoma ilikuwa ina trend kitambo, sasa hata
imeacha
imebeat. Sadi wasawa hawezi watch like saa views zinaanza kwenda tu chini pole pole. So kitu yenye nimesoma ni ngoma tu ikitoka hivi, kwanza hata before itoke ishaunda.
Unangojea tu mwenyewe atoe yake. Na wewe ufuatilie.
Na kesho yake tu. Napiga tu hivyo.
Back to back. So then a follow up question kwa hiyo, how do you decide ni ngoma gani utafanyia music comedy na ni gani hautafanyia? Because hata kama ni trending, I'm sure haufanyangi zote, like you can do every song that is trending. How do you choose?
Okay, hapo kwa kuchagua ni ngumu. But niko na wasee fulani tu hivyo wanani advicingi, tunakanga nao tu, they advise me, wananiambia bro, hii ngoma ukifanya inaweza kupeleka mahali. So hata watu pia unitag kwa ngoma fulani zingine kwa TikTok. Wananiambia pia ndo tufanyie hii. So yenye wana request ndo nawapigia.
So again inaonekana you're following where the traction is, where the people who are is where you are going. So you've mentioned watu mara kadhaa. Do you work with a team ama unafanya peke yako ama how does that work?
Niko na management pia. I work with my management. Though si team kubwa, ni just 2 to 3 people. Director, producer, na management. So hiyo ndo team yangu tu. So nimejimenda pia kivyangu.
So si wengi lakini wanafanya kazi safi.
Wanafanya kazi fit.
I think this is the time kuwa big up. Wataje majina and just appreciate them for the good work.
Big Mat 6, Hey Sam, producer wangu. Na wasi wengine wenye wamekuwa wakinisupport pia, fans mna make big effort.
as a big up to yourself.
Yes, big up to all of you. Mnafanya kazi safi, especially on Piento's pages. So tunashukuru sana. Because you do music comedy, that means you follow closely the music scene in the country. Ni wasanii wagani wako kwa your top, tuseme top 3. Ni wasanii wagani huku huwa wanakubamba? Nyewe wakitoa ngoma uko like hapa kuna something.
So kuna hawa wase wa kina Tipsy G wa Abaton. Alafu number 1 kwangu na siwezi danganya, kwangu ni wakadinali. That's why najita mkisinali.
Yes.
So I'm from Kisii.
Yes.
But Kardinali wa Kisii.
Okay. Understandable.
Yeah, mkisinali.
Yes.
So that's my number 1. Then sasa ndo Abaton ikakuja. Then how to
so in that line, Gengeton, Abanton, how wasanii. And it's a good thing because wanakupatia content.
They give me content.
When they create good content, they give you space to also create good content. So ukishachagua ngoma, you're like, this is the one nataka kufanya. What is usually the process from there? So ukishajua hii ndio ngoma, what follows?
Okay, so ngoma ikitoka kama ya wakadinali, kuna ngoma ilitoka hii nakapabili ushingo. Sijui kama umeisikia. Hiyo nishaipigia cover but inatoka Friday. Pale YouTube.
Yes.
Inatoka Friday. So ngoma tu ikishakuja, nikishatagio wakishaniambia bro fanya hii, naenda, unajua TikTok iko na ngoma fupi sana.
True.
So mimi naenda naitafuta YouTube. I cram the lyrics. Nasikiza ngoma usiku mzima hadi wenye nakaa na wao wanashangaa wewe msee ngoma on repeat. Hadi ni cram. So after ku cram naanza kuifuatilia tu hiyo flow yake, naanza kueliminate some words nikiweka zangu. So nikimaliza then naingia studio na record, then nakuja na wawekea wasee wanasikiza, wananiambia kaiko fiti, tunafaa kuifanyia changes gani. Tunaingia tunafanya necessary changes. Ngoma inakuwa.
Alafu inakuwa ready. So najua maybe different songs take different durations, but roughly hiyo kutoa hiyo from kusikiza ngoma, umecram, umechange lines, umeingia studio, umeshoot, hiyo process usually inatakigi about how long?
1.5 weeks.
About 1.5 weeks. Okay, that's a good timeline.
Wiki moja na nusu ipite kabla sijatoa cover. Juu vile wataipokea ikiwa mpya, si venye wataipokea wakati imeacha kutrend. Unajua pia mtu akienda kusearch wakati iko trending, akisearch huko atapata original na atapata yangu. So hiyo ndo inafanya na sukuma mbio.
Exactly. So in short, your work is very timeline sensitive. Iko hii ngoma as when it is hot.
Wakati ukipita tu nasikia tu hiyo ngoma ndo inacheza kila mahali.
Yes. That is when you want to drop your cover. Okay, then I think that can make us help us learn the way you get your numbers, because your timeline ina matter sana. All right, that is some good progress hapo. Which is the latest ngoma yenye umefanya?
Ngoma nimepiga ni hii cover ya huyo msichana kutoka Kongo. Kuna hiyo wimbo inasema hapana kucheza na mtu iko na neema.
Yes, that one I have heard.
Nilipiga ya hiyo cover yake. Nasema hapana kusiacha na mtu iko na iPhone.
Tunaweza sikia kidogo tu, just a little snippet.
Hapana kusiacha na mtu iko na iPhone. Hapana kusiacha na mtu iko na iPhone. iPhone yangu inatoa picha safi. iPhone yangu hauwezi kwa afford. iPhone yangu warai ni noma. iPhone yangu nisipata umegusa.
That is nice. Then I'm interested kujua hizi words una replace. This is where the talent is, because how do you choose? Because hiyo ngoma unaweza ichange ku about anything. Ungechange uimbie msichana fulani tu, but this one was about iPhone. Like hizi ni how do you get your ideas zenye utaweka kwa hizi music?
Okay, so kuna terms zingine natumianga zenye naona watu wanazipenda sana. Nikisema kijuju ni kifaranga. Nikisema avocado, unajua kuna terms zingine mamiwa, unajua wewe sema miwa juu hiyo itakuwa normal tu, utasema anaimba nini. So lazima
wachanganye kidogo, waambie migwa, maembe, avocado. Ya vitu zingine ziko fani hadi msee anaweza shangaa huyu msee anaimba nini. Aimbi hana content ama nini. But we know what we are doing.
Exactly.
Ndio hiyo.
Okay. We are excited for that process. Ukiangalia in the next patia Piento the next 5 years, unataka akuwe amefika wapi?
Piento wa next 5 years utakuwa msanii mkubwa sana East Africa. Mungu akisaidia, unajua pia ni mipango ya Mungu. Mungu akisema unaenda mbele, unaenda.
Ukweli.
So pia nataka nifungue ka studio kangu tu hivi. Mambo na videography, photography, music production. At least pia mimi ni wasanii wenye hawana nguvu huko nje. At least wajaribu vile waone vile kunaenda.
Yes, and those are valid dreams, because actually my next question ilikuwa hiyo. Are you mentoring anyone? Let's start. It's a two-part question. Are you mentoring anyone? Na kuna msee huwa anakumentor. So are you being mentored and are you mentoring anyone?
Physically ama online. Unajua kuna msee ukumenta online.
Yes.
Unaangalia video hadi unasema huyu msee in some years.
Yes.
I want to
zote actually, whether it is physically or online.
Okay, physically najisupport. Though pia napata support kutoka kwa directors wangu, producers. Sometimes nafanya ngoma free, video free. So mimi ni content yangu tu napeleka huko.
Una push. So online?
Online kuna msee anaitwa Domani Munga. Mkardinali.
At least nimesikia huyo pia.
Huyo Munga. But then natakanga kummeet sana. Lakini sasa
Munga, if you're watching, you know, if you're watching, this is your opportunity. Piento angependa sana, you know, to meet with you, because you're already inspiring him despite hata nyinyi kutopatana. Your works are already an inspiration.
So huyo na wakardinali at large.
Yes.
Hiyo mbogi. Mimi nataka nikuje tu kufungua yangu ya wakisinali. Niache kukua mmoja.
Mkuwe wengi.
Mkuwe wengi.
Okay, then kuna is there people or a person that you're mentoring?
Mentoring, maybe napatanga comments. Napatanga pia messages inbox. Kuna wenye pia wamekuja kunitafuta wakiniambia bro nataka unishike mkono. So at least I'm mentoring some people. Pia kuna wenye nashika mkono, pia kuna wenye nishaipeleka studio wakatoa ngoma.
So kuna watu kadhaa pia. That means it's you're getting and you're giving, which is a good point. You are also doing a number of other things, because unafanya events, performance at events, unafanya brand influencing, na pia wewe ni MC. Nataka tuende one by one. Events ni what kind of events can you be called to perform?
Okay, events. Kuna ceremonies. Ceremonies hizi graduation, harusi nini I can perform. Club performance. So hapo kwa rates mtani DM tutaongea. Juu unaweza ongea hivi alafu waseme uko juu sana.
So unataka uongee na mtu serious.
Serious. Mtu serious. Akuje tu ni DM tupige biashara. Hizo event mbili nadhani tu. Club performance na events. Juu events ndo zimebeba kila kitu.
Exactly. Also when you ulisema ceremonies, it's an umbrella for birthdays, graduations, weddings, brochure, like it covers a lot of other things. So just DM him. He's going to be giving us his social media handles in a few. We know exactly where you can get him. Next, brand influencing. Ni brands gani una work with and you are hoping to work with?
Okay, I've been working with nini za shamba nini. Nimework na mingi, lakini kuna disappointment pia kwa hizo kazi, but nikipata tu brand iko serious, naweza work tu. Siwezi chagua brand niseme nataka kuwork na hawa niachane na hawa. Brand yote niko serious tunaweza piga.
Exactly. So if you're any type of a brand that Piento can be able to, be a brand ambassador for you, mtafute pia inbox DM
kila mahali.
DM kila mahali. Alright, event MC again, umefanya MCing for about how long?
MC na nilianza kitambo. Nimekuwa MC nikiwa from high school. Nikiwa high school mimi ndo MC wa shule nini. So hata shule nilikuwa celeb vibaya sana. Shule mzima.
Ulisomea shule gani?
Shule mingi. High school nimesoma shule kama 7.
7 in 4 years. Pia
4 years but shule 7.
Top 3 sawa, chukua 3 basi.
Okay, top 3 Hema High School, Kiagetumaini Boys na St Patrick's Mosocho.
St Patrick's.
Yeah.
Kwa nini ulisomea shule 7?
Kusumbua.
Kusumbua tu?
Mimi nilikuwa sumbua vibaya sana.
Talent ilikuwa inasumbua huko ndani. Okay, I'm glad ulimaliza vizuri.
Nilimaliza. Niwa nataka kuacha lakini wazazi pia naonge alao.
Hawataki mchezo.
Strict.
Yes.
Vibaya sana.
But vile ulimaliza si umeona?
Yeah. Matunda pia iko.
Yeah.
Lakini si sana.
But iko angalau.
Iko angalau tu.
Alright, sawa. As we wrap up, please give us your social media handles. Watu wanaweza kupata wapi?
Okay, Facebook, Pientom Kisinali, YouTube Pientom Kisinali, TikTok Pientom Kisinali, Instagram Pientom Kisinali, Threads Pientom Kisinali, X Pientom Kisinali. Kila mahali tu Pientom Kisinali.
Kila mahali, everywhere Pientom Kisinali. And if you're a fan of Wakadinali, you might be a fan of him. So okay? So kama unawapenda ukitoka hapa kwa Wakadinali unaingia hapa kwa Mkisinali, unasonga ukisonga.
Yes.
Reception, let me know, tell me about the industry, the music industry in general, especially the comedy music industry. How is it doing? And content creation just in general, how do you feel we are doing in the country?
We are doing hapo kwa Kizungu. Nikwambia hebu rudia na Kiswahili.
Industry ya content creation in general. Si wewe ni content creator. Na pia wewe unafanyanga music comedy. Like una feel kuko aje kwa hiyo industry? Kuna reception, kuna growth, kuna like how is it looking like?
Kuna growth. Na I think sijui kama ni mimi peke yangu nafanya hiyo music comedy. Juu mimi najionanga ni mimi tu peke yangu nafanya hiyo. Juu watu wanaipokea vizuri sana. Iko fiti. Ningepata mtu mwingine mwenye tunaweza shirikiana tufanye kazi safi. Tungeenda mbali sana.
Yeah.
Ndio hiyo.
And then basi let's tusonge from music comedy to comedy in general because as comedians mko wengi. So like how is the industry na unafanya nini to make sure stay on top of the game?
Sasa creativity. Creativity, usipokuwa creative my friend, hakuna mahali utaenda.
Yeah.
Juu nimeonanga ma content creator wengine content ikisha. Wana shoot zile time za kwanza walikuwa na hit, walikuwa ma celeb vibaya sana wakiwa na content, but at the moment hawasikiki. Hata wakipost video tu hata isongi. Unajua saa so hapa kitu inahitajika tu ni creativity. Ukiwa creative tu hivi mambo inakuwa fit.
Yes. Ni comedians wengine wagani in the industry wenye wanafanyanga kazi safi? According to your opinion.
Kazi safi yenye inafanywa number 1 Katen KE from Thika, Hilarious Aura. Kuna Kadong Mwangi. Kuna makomedian wengine kama Culture Productions, Morife. Kuna makomedian wengine kutoka Kisii, Zakayo. Kuna nani mwingine nisisahau aende kunipiga mawe. Kuna wewe nasahau hapa. Kadong Mwangi nimemsema si ndio?
Yes.
Yeah, I think ni out.
But kuna watu wanafanya kazi safi.
Kazi ni safi huko social media.
Exactly. So you guys are doing a great job and I hope that you keep at it because tumesema we need some laughter in this country. Tunahitaji.
Unajua ukicheka tu hivi miaka inasonga. Sijui kama ni ukweli lakini mimi naamini hivyo.
Yeah.
Ukicheka umeongeza miaka 2.
Exactly. Ukicheka tu hivi kidogo.
Cheka tu kidogo.
A few more years added to you. I had a question actually hapa. Which media outlet like kwa sasa kuna kila mahali, kuna TikTok, kuna YouTube, kuna X, umesema uko kwa Threads, uko kila mahali. Ni platform gani in order of consistency ina give back the numbers?
TikTok usipokuwa consistent. Nishaipitia hiyo. Nishaikaa muda bila kutoa ngoma because watu wamenizoea na ngoma. So Nikakaa karibu 2 months bila ngoma. Ninaenda kupiga content hata kama nimepiga na celeb 500 views.
Yeah.
Na nilikuwa nakanyaga 1,300,000, 500,000. Unapata uko na umepiga video vizuri kabisa. Quality iko vizuri kabisa, but juu si ngoma. Unapata views ziko 250 views. Unashangaa kai. Huyo ni nini? But sasa ukipiga consistently tu hivi views zinaanza tu kupanga pole pole.
Back to back zinajipanga zenyewe. I talk to a new content creator mwenye hajui aanze TikTok ama afungue YouTube channel ama afanye nini. What would be your advice to them?
Ni kujaribu tu. Juu pia nilijaribu tu.
Na kugeria bani.
Noko tema sasa kwa kikisi. Ni kujaribu tu. Ukijaribu at least itapik. Juu pia mimi sijui nilihitaji. Juu nilienda kuweka tu ngoma. Mka asubuhi naongelewa kila mahali, Nairobi gossip.
Yeah.
Nikiingia TikTok napata iko 1.2 million views na shangaa guy. Followers wamepanda from 20k to 60k.
Yeah.
Usiku mmoja tu.
Yeah.
Ni kujituma tu.
Exactly.
Ukishawekelea kitu.
Yeah.
Wewe tulia tu. Sianze kusumbuana atingia fanya hivi. Utaka kabeka.
Yeah. So start.
Kuingia tu, wewe fanya kazi yako.
Exactly. Alafu pia the social media platforms ni nyingi, but we know as of payment sahizi YouTube at least is the one that has direct payment. How are you coping with that now that talking that your numbers ziko TikTok? How are you working on monetizing sasa utoke kwa hizo views to actually money kwa mfuko yako?
Okay, monetization.
Yeah.
YouTube inalipa fiti pia. But TikTok maybe uingie live. Na live ni mtu akutumia gift. Si ati uta earn live na kuna mtu amekutumia gift.
Yeah.
Sio ni voluntary work, mtu akutumia gift, umbambe akutumia gift.
Yeah.
Facebook walisema tuna monetize kuanzia mwezi wa 5, sasa tunangoja tuone. But pia usilalisha ati juu ulianza kulipwa na umetrend ulalishe.
Yeah.
Pia kuna mabrand, work na brands, fanya advertisements kadhaa.
Yeah.
Piga mashughuli, ingia club performance, perform, fanya nini. At least unajua utaingisha kakitu si bure.
Exactly.
Ndio utasema hata usanii imenilipa. Si ati ukae hivi uko na 500 YouTube subscribers,
Yeah.
TikTok uko na followers wengi vibaya sana lakini hakuna kitu unaingisha, umetrend bure tu bila pesa.
So that is good advice, monetization. So now you know what to do. Kama platforms hazijaanza kulipa, jitume.
Yeah.
Send your and I don't want to say send yourself. That is wrong. Wewe jitume tu. Jitume, get into those performances, get those brands signing you up so that uanze kuingiza kakitu. At least hata wewe you're happy about your art. I want you to remind us your social media handles. Alafu just invite people waone Piento, waone kazi safi yenye unafanya tukifunga.
Kila mahali Piento Mkisinali, unaweza nipata kila mahali hadi Roysambu. Unanipata tu kila mahali. Piento Mkisinali, fika huko, angalia tu kazi. Ikikubamba finya follow. Siwezi kuforce ni follow kaija kubamba.
Yes.
So wewe ikikubamba follow. Kama itakubamba wewe nipe tu like.
Yeah.
Kuna itabamba uko mbele. So kujeni tu muangalie, at least mnisukume na mimi nifike mahali wengine wamefika.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. From the horse's mouth, you have heard it here first. There are some comments coming in. Let me see. Zakayo Comedy KE anasema ndani ya show, my guy Piento, keep going. Ninafanya kazi safi. Okaka the Great anasema big up bro, Piento to the world. And we agree because kujituma nayo anajituma. Alright? Yes, anajituma. Please the point. Karibu sana. Karibu to the show. We are headed on to our second lounge. But before we do that, let us wrap up this lounge with Piento. Piento Mkisinali ndio social media handle yake. everywhere. So fika pale, DM kama unataka biashara, DM kama ni anything business related. But for his content, go enjoy. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. Hiyo subscription yako moja itamsaidia sana. So kimbia pale, subscribe, like his videos, share with your friends, and have a good time. Like we said, have some laughter and enjoy a great day. Asante sana Pento for being here. It's been an honor and a pleasure. We can't wait to see what you do next.
Msongeshe studio bana, karibu na gate. Hapa ni mbali, nimetembea.
Si umesema kujituma. Si part of kujituma ni
nitanunua gari tu sasa.
Thank you. A better advice actually. Wewe nunua gari alafu sasa utakuwa unafika hapa haraka. Thank you. Thank you so much guys. Let us wrap up there on our lounge number 1. When we come back, we will be seated for our second lounge talking all matters East Africa Poetic Hour Battle.
Afuti sigara huyu anasema hawezi date mtu anafari ya Kinyanza. Huyu anasema hawezi date mtu aendi kanisa. Ndiyo maana niko single. Ndiyo maana niko single. Ndiyo maana niko single. Uko single. Ndiyo mimi niko single.
Kaunti maarufu kwa kuzalisha maziwa na ukuzaji wa majani chai. Pia, serikali ya kaunti inawahimiza wakulima kukumbatia mitindo mingine ya kilimo kuzidisha mapato.
Kama kuna kikundi moja inafanya biashara ya kuuza kuku, hao pia tumewafadhili kuwafunza jinsi ya kuhandle zile kuku kwa sababu wanaleta kwa wingi.
Haya yote tunakuletea katika Boresha Kilimo, toleo la kaunti ya Bomet.
Kilimo ni nguzo kubwa kwa ujenzi wa taifa.
Maelfu na maelfu ya wahamiaji wakiwa na watoto kutoka nchi za Amerika ya Kati wanaendelea kuwasili kwenye mpaka kati ya Marekani na Mexico.
But folks, I'm going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ni habari kutoka pembe zote duniani.
Pepo pasi vuguvugu, pepo pani idea.
Sazidi ananyonya, hanyonyi vizuri, anakuwa hayuko comfortable.
Jeshi la Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo linapambana na waasi wa ADF.
Kwa sasa wanatoa wito kwa mashirika, makampuni na vile vituo vya uchukuzi.
Mambo mengi yatakwenda kama yalivyopangwa.
Hapa ni kuna mmoja wa viongozi wa chama cha wavuvi katika eneo hili.
Zaidi tunajaribu kuwapa chanjo ili ina boost ama inanyanyua kinga ya mwili, hiyo inaenda kupelekea kupambana na virusi.
Ni duniani leo, Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, moja kwa moja kutoka VOA Swahili, Washington DC.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Access to knowledge. Solution to unanswered questions.
Guidelines to pursuing your rights and repossessing your property, intellectual or material.
This and more only on Law Matters.
This is your first time?
Yeah, I'm kind of scared, but I can do this.
Yeah.
Mess with me. Yeah, let's do this, man.
Tunachimba hadi mizizi kukuletea yanayojiri.
So mimi naomba tu serikali yetu ya Mungu, jibarikiwe na Mungu, iweze kuteremsha bei ya mafuta.
Yanayokukumba tuna maizi, tunakutetea sisiri. Kwa kweli ni speciali tukikupambia makala ya mwanamke mwake. Utasema hupendi mizizi ya habari. Nami Caroline.
They are powerful and influential. They make decisions in politics, education, finance, agriculture, health, sports, and all aspects of human life. But the impact of their decisions falls on you, the common citizen. KUTV Primetime News Thursday. We ask bold questions and pursue answers to the core to bring you closer to the story. We couldn't have it any other way. Join me, Auma Evans, as I raise matters of social concern to raise your voice from the background to the foreground. Every Thursday and Saturday at 9 p.m. only on KUTV.
Hello everybody! Welcome to Engine, where we ask the coolest questions in science! Let's go! Is yogurt really just rotten milk? Why do humans need sharks to survive? How did a 12-year-old boy from Africa invent modern vanilla farming? How do you deliver medicine to a chimpanzee? Can poop be useful? How can you save the planet by reducing air pollution? To help us answer these questions, we are inviting some wonderful guests from the world of science. They will enlighten you, make you hungry for knowledge, oxygenate your brain, and make your ideas flow. This is Engine Season 3. Let's go!
Peace is not given to the highest bidder. It's given to all bidders. The high and the low can purchase. So expensive, it's so free. It doesn't cost you a dime, but it can cost you everything, and that's more than a dime. It's never on sale, neither on offer. It's convenient. I mean, they actually never stock it in the convenience store, but it's convenient. It's said to be white in color, but it's not racist. It doesn't care about your color, what you wear, sandals or a color. It cares about you. Chase me if you can. That's no peace. It's never on the run. It's not as athletic as our marathon runners. It's always around, waiting to be acquired. We don't fight for peace. The moment we put down our differences, our weapons, hatred towards each other, then peace prevails. It's omnipresent. It's a This is for the women who have been daughters and didn't understand the struggles of their mothers. Women who have been mothers and didn't understand the assignment of having daughters. Women who have lost something in their lives. Doesn't have to be a person. Could be your career, your dignity, your confidence, your marriage. You name it. This is for the imperfect women like me. Women who are covered in too many insecurities but never drown in them. Women who act as umbrellas and give us some shade. Women who are so comfortable in their skin color. No, I mean women who are comfortable in their skin shade. Women who don't care if you give them shade. Women who radiate too much light and energy. This women need some sunglasses. No, this women need some shades. Women who are like you, women who are like me, women who are not like you, and women who are not like me. This is for the women. This is for the women who bleed, for the women who breed, for the women who provide bread to people who see them as bread, for the women who like calling you daddy, because some of these women have daddy issues. Women who like being called baby but still wanna be child free. Women who feel high in sneakers. Women who feel low in heels. Women who think 40 times. As for the women who think 40 times not to make a faulty choosing a lipstick shade but chooses the wrong partner over and over again. This is for the women like me, for the women like you, for the women who are not like me, and for the women who are not like you. This is for the women who see love as raffles and never get the luck. Women who fall in and out of love. Women who have never dislocated a bone for falling in love. Women who have never given up on this thing called love. Women who are intoxicated in toxic relationships. Women who have been insulted. Women who have been assaulted. Women who have died because of sexual assault. Women who are like you. Women who are like me. Women who are not like you, and women who are not like me. This does not make you less of a woman. As for the women, you are magic. No, wait. You're magical. No, you're the magician. This is for the women.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was one Wangoi Kimani, and she is part of the duo that is with me on set today. We are here to talk other matters, but those are many hats that she wears, and she is here wearing, I think, 2 or 3 or 4. I don't know. She just has way too many hats on, honestly. But yeah, I'm having Wangoi Kimani and one Godfrey emoji. Have I said that right? No. Emoji.
Emoja.
Emoja.
Yeah.
Ah, emoji. Before you quit emoji.
But I actually get that.
Before you quit. Emoja. I was like, as soon as it came out of my mouth, I'm like, that can be it. Yes, in Godfrey Emoja. And we are here to talk all matters East Africa Poetic Hour Battle. And they are here, so I will let them speak for themselves. Do we say ladies first?
Men before.
Men before.
Okay. Twisted.
All right. Yes. You are absent.
Oh my goodness, I was most definitely absent.
Yes, so men before.
Okay, men before.
Yes, please say hello to us. Tuambie wewe ni nani. What do you do before we jump right in?
My name is Godfrey Emoja,
Yes.
the Managing Director, Talent Industry Limited,
Yes.
the company that organizes the East Africa Poetic Hour Battle. And it's such an honor and pleasure to be here today. It's been long coming.
Yes.
And finally it's happening.
Like I am saying, I have no idea why you've not popped up on my radar for all this time.
Here we are.
But God's timing is the best.
Yes, it is.
So we are happy, and we are going to make up for all of the times that you've not been here.
Most
and hopefully
definitely.
get to have you here another time.
I hope to come here with the winners of this year's edition of the East Africa Poetic Hour Battle after the event is done.
I already like you. The work that you're doing, I'm already. You know, if we are going to be friends for a long time, I can tell already. Karibu sana Godfrey.
Asante.
It's a pleasure. It's
Asante.
a pleasure to have you. It's always a pleasure to have a creative who has a vision and who has things going on. It's always such a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Wangoi is no visitor on this lounge, but because she's not been here, and she has actually gained a number of accolades to her name since the last time we met. We want once again her to say hello. Salimie tu from your high seat, because you've been doing a lot of work to get there.
Oh yes.
To salimie.
Your Highness kwanza lazima akalie a high seat.
Yes.
My name is Wangoi Kimani. I'm a creative entrepreneur, and at the moment I'm an award-winning poet as well as an award-winning co-director.
Yes.
I mean, I wear quite a lot of hats, so as of now I'm here because of poetry, and I was among the winners for last year East Africa Poetic Hour Battle. So I'm here to spread good vibes and everything in between.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are happy. Then Godfrey knows how to play his cards. Thank you for bringing Wangoi. Because you're bringing me last year, in preparation of what people should expect for this year. You are playing your cards very, very right. I want us to start from here, because when we go on with Wangoi, tunaweza kati tu tunyamaze, we hear performances, and we go home. So let's start from you. Executive Director at Talent Industry Limited. Tell me about that. What was the vision? Let's start from the beginning. What was the dream when you were forming Talent Industry Limited?
Talent Industry Limited was formed to be an industry for the talents. We have industry for every other thing, the manufacturing sector and etc. Doctors and stuff. But we didn't have one creative space where artists would come and just get manufactured to their full success and be put outside there. So that is how Talent Industry came to be. And the first babies of Talent Industry included the CBK. There's a band called the CBK Music back in Kisumu. They've been to this show before, way back
CBK is a familiar name.
Yes. Way back in 2014. And then there was an event called Poetic Hour. Basically, Poetic Hour was a 1 hour poetry show under a mango tree, and it was meant to just create that environment where people could come and have an alternative source of entertainment other than clubbing. Oh my goodness.
Because been clubbing for way too long. It's time to, alternative.
Yes.
And I like that.
So we had to demystify the notion that poetry and art was something for the intellectual and stuff, and just be able to create and serve it to the people and let them know that it is available for you and you can actually consume it and get that entertainment value out of it. So that is how Poetic Hour started in the year 2013. Grew to become Poetic Hour Battle in 2017, where we hosted the first Poetic Hour Battle, which was a Kenyan thingy. But Ugandans told us that, hey, we want to come over and be part of the Poetic Hour Battle. So that is how we opened up Poetic Hour Battle to now East Africa Poetic Hour Battle.
So it's not just a mouthful. There was a process.
There was a process.
This thing is long. The East Africa Poetic Hour, but I struggled with a bit of that in the course of this.
Yeah.
Every time I want to remember, unajua kuna hour, kuna battle hapo mahali. So it started as just poetic hour.
Yes,
then
just
picked up
1 hour show.
Exactly, a 1 hour show. Then grew to poetic hour battle, and then you decided our neighbors might as well enjoy a taste of this. So you spread to East Africa.
Yes.
Wow, I like that. One, I feel like you saw a very obvious big gap because, like you said, every industry has where they go for training to come out, you know, like I want to say brushed, polished, but I feel like you saw such a big gap and filling it. It's a big shoes to fill. So first and foremost, thank you for stepping out in faith.
Oh, thank you.
You know, to provide, because Wangoi can tell you, I mean, you have many other places you can go for training, you can go to be polished.
Well,
yeah,
they're there, but this is also like a very amazing and top-notch opportunity for artists.
Yeah.
Atakwambia, like the process, like you just go there before there's mentorship, before you get on stage, there is something else. You're just not going there to perform.
Yeah.
And also the different artists that you meet. I mean, it's so rich.
It's a wholesome experience.
Yes.
Also, thank you. I just want to say thank you, Godfrey, for giving us such an opportunity and giving artists such an opportunity. All right, before we go back there, because that is really forming the heart of the conversation today, for someone who has not met Wangoi Kimani, I don't know the rock under which you have been living, but just in case, you know, I know you wear many hats, but let's just quick recap. When did you get into poetry? Let's start from there, professionally, because najua performance ulianza ukiwa primary school or younger. So when did you professionally decide I want to pursue this as a career?
2019. The process was in 2018. I got into a competition called Talanta Mtaani.
Yes.
And then so as I progressed, I was among the finalists, blah blah blah, and then I started working for them.
Yeah.
And then so when I was in this space, I was behind the scenes where I was doing stage management.
Yeah.
And then I started like having the interest to be on stage as well. Do you remember I was part of the competition?
Yeah.
And now like I've started now working for them. So now in 2019, as I was working for Talanta Mtaani, I will just get people who would ask me, would you want to perform for like, and sana it was corporate, by the way.
Yeah.
And it was, so would you want to perform blah, blah, blah. So that's how it's all started. But then now, by then I had like a very shaky brand. Like I didn't know, I knew yes I was doing spoken word, but I had not like really formed the Wangoi Kimani now, the brand.
You probably had some underscores in your social media handles, underscore
I know.
W Kimani.
And funny names. Usitake jua.
That is one sign of a shaky brand.
Yes. Of a shaky brand. So with time I have just like progressed and like also like built a niche for myself and also a brand. As in, I always say different companies might be looking for poets.
Yes.
But they have like specific companies that just look for Wangoi Kimani, and you just can't. I mean, it's me.
Exactly.
You're just not looking for any other poet.
Yes.
Yes.
You're looking specifically for Wangoi Kimani.
Yeah.
What would a nice explanation of your niche? What do you work around?
So, my poetry is an infusion of, it's more of poetry. So it's an infusion of music, poetry, my presence, of course, fashion, and I also put in a touch of vernacular language. Yes, which is Kikuyu.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I like your neck piece and your earrings. They are screaming fashion. You know, if you want to something in there that you need to. Yes. So I like that also. Did it take time to sort of figure out your niche? You know, between 2019 as now?
I I wouldn't say like it took like so much time. Definitely it took time.
Yeah.
Like building a brand, it will take time so that like people can know, okay, like this is how Wangoi Kimani presents herself.
Yes.
And also it's necessary if people are not understanding your brand, like make them understand.
Yes.
Like tell them, even when you're writing like in your bio, like
Yes.
let them know. Like for me, Wangoi, I infuse fashion. Like let me tell you,
Yeah.
as in this, I already know.
Yes.
Like when I go in a space, it's either you listen to me or you look at me because oh God, I
You're
look
going to
so
do one
good.
of them,
Yeah,
please.
or both. As in, I'm giving you options. I'm
Yes.
giving you options because I don't joke with how I look on stage.
Yes.
Like if you have seen me perform, you know that.
Exactly, and I have seen.
Yeah.
You have to see her. You sort of really have to see her, and then apart from seeing her, you listen and you realize she knows what she's talking about. This is not just a piece that was randomly put together. I like your work because I like the way you sort of like it's from the main tree to subsections. Like we know what we are doing here. This is not a random piece here and there, and because of that reason, so you give us a cash piece before we go to talk about East Africa Poetica, right?
Now play the tricks that.
Yeah, thank you, please. It would be a big service if you came here and we did not hear something.
All right.
Yes.
Let me give you guys a little of my glory.
Yes.
Yeah. Mahida makwa makinya. Ndikamwira mufuate. Todo nani dio ikoria gathi. But I'll be gone. Our land's diet is not plastic. Then why? Why do you eat your chipumuitu, then drop your plastic and walk away with a plastic smile after dropping your garbage baggage on this land that cannot speak for itself? Why? Why do you allow your kids to unwrap their sweets and drop the wrappings? Why? Why do we keep feeding our land with toxins then expect to have a healthy relationship? Why? Why is mental health so important to us, yet we keep stressing our land? How do you expect to find peace? How do you expect to heal when all you're creating is chaos? Baggage in is now outing on us. Blood is oozing from the trees that we cut. Cut! This is not a movie. Climate is changing, and this is not a trend. We are treading on a minefield and there's nothing, and I mean nothing, there's nothing left to mine but ourselves. Wangoi Kimani.
I hope that you guys are picking something from Wangoi Kimani because she's definitely doing justice. Thank you. This is what I meant. I think let us have this conversation with Godfrey. This is what I meant by when you listen to a piece, you can tell that it's been thought through. That this is not one of those pieces you pick and you're like, oh, a piece on environment. Like there is something more to it. There is so much meat that has been put into the skeleton of apparent environment. That's why you are able to pick, like she said, it would be very easy to pick, oh, we want environment to Wangoi Kimani specifically for how she packages her pieces.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Asante.
Sana. For a minute there, we assumed you're not here. But let us give the woman her flowers. Because, yes, when else are we going to talk to her about things? So, let's talk about East Africa Poetic Hour Battle. This is season 6. So this means, when did it start?
It started in 2017.
2017.
Yes.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
Yes.
It's been maturing just like fine wine. It takes time.
With age.
Yeah.
Getting finer with age. That is amazing. So let's start from the beginning. You said the aim of Poetic Hour, let's start from there, was to provide an alternative means of entertainment, rather. But I believe as you went into now East Africa Poetic Hour Battle, what was the aim?
When we went into the East Africa Poetical Battle, the aim was, one, to connect the entire East African community through poetry.
Yes.
Like, just be able to, the hardest conversations that we always had. Can we have an East African community? When it comes to the political side, things becomes tricky.
Exactly.
Like, how do we divide, I don't know what, where does Migingo belong,
exactly.
etc. But when it comes to poetry,
yes.
I wish you could see how naturally these poets integrate without a struggle.
Yes.
So why not kick it off with what we can be able to achieve, which is poetry.
Exactly.
And that
then
was
work our way, up
yes,
to the political scene.
Exactly.
Yes.
Look into ways of working our way up.
Exactly.
So basically it was all about creating that platform where we can be able to coexist as East African community and be able to have conversations that affect our people.
Yes.
What are the conversations?
Exactly.
Like during last year's event, we were talking about, our theme was Let's Go East.
Yes.
Let's Go East was all about Twende Mashariki.
Yes.
As East African community, let's gather, let's talk about issues of governance and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to get into this year's theme because it caught my eye as I was preparing. But let me go to Wangoi for a minute. How did you meet? East Africa? Let's start. Did you meet talent industry, or you met the event that was East Africa Poetic Hour?
I met the event.
You met the event, okay.
Yeah.
So how did you know about the event, and how did you come to be part and parcel actually of the event? Yeah.
I'm always sourcing out for opportunities. Wanajituma.
Yeah.
So I'm always out there looking for things that I can be part of, you know. And they had posted it on social media. At least I think they had shared it with a few poets, and also a few poets had sent it to me. So it was like a bit much easier for me, like, to be familiar with the event. You know, when people know you're a poet, when they see poetic opportunities, they'll definitely like maybe tag you or like just tell you, what do you think about this?
Yes.
But then what really caught my eye was the fact that it was East Africa Poetic Hour Battle, the East Africa. And I was like, oh wait, I'll be sharing like a stage with not only Kenyans but also like other people like from Uganda, Rwanda, you just name it, the East Africa community. And I was like, so I go into I'm quite competitive, honestly, but I go into competitions with like a different mindset. It's only either one person who's winning, or let's say 3 people if they are choosing like top 3 and all that, but they are looking for one person. I say competitions might not be looking for your goodness as a person. They have something specific that they are looking for. And so when you're going into a competition, just know it's either one person or 3 people who are winning. What else do you want to gain from the competition? So go with that mindset. If you just go with the mindset of winning, which is not a bad one, you'll be crumbled down. You'll be more crushed if you don't win. You get it? So when you go with the mindset of, oh, I want to learn, oh, I want to meet this, you know, like just go with the mindset that is a bit diverse.
No wonder then the East Africa caught your eye, because that means a different perspective. Otherwise ungekuwa huko kwa battle. So hapo is where you are at. Who is coming and how can I crash them? It's true, because again, giving us access to East Africa is also not the easiest thing. So once again, like, thank you for giving them opportunities to, like, for example, have you been to Rwanda, Wangoi?
Yes, I have.
You know, but courtesy of
no.
Yeah, other
courtesy of Wangoi Kimani as a brand.
We are sorry. We are sorry. But you get to interact with like-minded people from across, like from so far away, and you get to realize, these things are the same. Like if you're talking about the environment in Rwanda and here, there may be some different factors in there, but generally we are talking about the same thing. I think that's why Godfrey was trying to say that art is fluid. It is very easy to integrate the poetic scene, easier than it is to the political scene, because surely if you look at Tanzania, but let's move on. The theme for this year's this year's East Africa Poetic Hour Battle is capitalizing on creativity, unlocking economic opportunities through poetic expression. I asked this because Wangoi in her introduction said she is an artistic entrepreneur. Which means tuko kazi. Creative entrepreneur, which means tuko kazi. So why did you pick, why does this year's theme have to do with like, I would say, money in the bank for artists?
I'll give you a little background.
Yeah.
For so long, the poetry scene other than the other form of art, that is
Yeah.
music, dance, has been known to be that commodity that you pay for you to have.
Yeah.
Like if you need a musician to come and perform at your corporate event or corporate function, you pay for that.
And
If a musician
sure.
organizes a concert, you pay a ticket for you to be able to access.
Yeah.
But for the poetry scene, poetry has been known to be that free thing.
Come and have a good time.
Come and have
Please.
come and cut and raise. We have a platform for you. The
Yes.
biggest term ever.
Yeah.
We are offering a platform. Come
Yes.
and you will network. And that has been the conversation for the longest time.
Yes.
And we get it. It's been like we've been removing poetry from the elite mentality to the boardrooms and to the creative spaces for people to be able to learn, first of all, what is this poetry?
Exactly.
Like, not to be able to tell someone, I'm a spoken word artist, and then they ask you, what is spoken word?
Yeah.
That has been the journey.
Exactly.
But finally, we've gotten to a point where we have to change the conversation. Now we know what spoken word is. We know what poetry is. Can we be able now to look into ways at which you can be able to make money out of this craft for the people who are participating in this craft? Something that is happening this year that you didn't know, I don't know if you know, but spoken word has been introduced in the drama festival as a standalone category for spoken word.
That is such good news.
That is how far we've come.
Yes.
And now all these talents that are participating in the drama festival at the from the sub-county level to the national level, from the ECD grade 1, grade 2, all the way to secondary school and university. When it's all done, where are we channeling all these talents?
Exactly.
These are the things that drove the conversation on how can we be able to now capitalize on the creativity and unlock the economic opportunities that lie within these. Getting the media on board, getting the private sector on board, getting the corporate on board, and getting the government from the county governments and the national government on board to be able to just get that conversation, talk about these, and create the space for all these artists to be able to make a living out of their craft.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm asking this because earlier on in my first days of hosting the show, that was a very common question. Like when you ask how is the poetic scene doing, they're like, we are creating awareness around the art.
Yes.
People to understand what we are talking about. But I think it's time. It's time now. Now we know. Now we have had the entertainment value. When you see Wangoi Kimani as a package, that is the same image that you have when you have a certain msanii who is doing their music as an entire package that you can actually pay for and they deliver. So I think this is the time, really. Like we've been, it's been a long time coming. This is the time to talk about capitalizing and monetizing the art. Wangoi, what are your thoughts on that? Because wewe kama msanii mwenye, are you making money? Let's start from there. Are you making money from your art? Yes.
Yes, I'm making money. And I also love that the conversation of, I think even like in the government, like right now people are having the conversation of the creative economy and everything in between. So it's an amazing theme that we have. My question is usually, I love that we are having conversations, but are we willing to pay the poets?
Yes.
Are we willing to pay the poets? I always like, as Wangoi, I know my brand and I know my worth.
Yes.
And so sometimes I present my rate cards to people and they're like, and I'm like, have you seen me perform? Have you seen me bring in, like, have you seen what I bring on stage?
Yes.
For you to say that this is what you're paying me, are you for real?
Yeah.
You get it? So there is that conversation and that conflict.
Yeah.
And you find that they always prefer to go for cheaper poets. And they always say that. So they always prefer to go like for maybe the cheaper poets.
Yes.
But I mean, I'm okay with how I have put my brand together, and honestly I'm just not ready to stoop low for little money.
Exactly. And that should honestly be the attitude, because when I'm again like our fellow counterparts in the music industry, they will give you their rate card with their chest. Like very much, this is, you want me, Diamond, to come perform, this is my red card. This is what you will need to chuck for me to come. So, and I think that we have made great steps in that poets now have red cards, because the conversation before used to be, do you have a red card? DM. We're going to have that conversation. Yes, now I hope. By the way, one thing that I really loved, I was going through your bio, and I think it has to be, I think my director can tell me, can support. This is one of the best bios I've seen. Like the packaging is so well done, because your bio is your CV really. And you look at Wangoi Kimani's and you can tell, damn, okay, she is on business. Exactly, the way she's packaged herself, the way it is, you get from knowing her to what she has done, like why that name should, you know, stay in your mind, to brands that she has worked with, to, I hope that other poets honestly have followed suit, because I think part of the conversation in capitalizing and monetizing is, have the poets packaged themselves.
Actually, that is what we've been talking about. We've had a series of what Wangoi was telling you.
Yes.
It is not just about the performance alone.
Exactly.
We have workshops which are happening. We had a workshop in Kampala last month, and we had one in Nairobi this month on the 13th at the Baraza Media Lab. And what we were talking about was one, as an artist, being able to, as a spoken word artist, creating a brand. What are the things that are involved? We just hear the terms, an artist telling you, I am a brand. But what are the nitty-gritties? Do you need to create a niche for yourself as an artist? Is it, or do you need to go cast your net wide? For example, how do you identify your target audience? Are you writing for a certain audience, or are you just
writing?
So these are the conversations we've been having internally and also externally now with the corporate sector and the media and etc, telling them, reaching out and telling them, hey, we have poetry and we have spoken word, and it is a mainstream form of art, and we are here to at least ask for your support to accompany us so that we can be able to drum up the support for this art and basically just create the awareness for it, so that the corporate can be able to see as a notice, okay, these people exist and they have a following for it. We need to incorporate them in our activities.
And they have packaged themselves right.
Exactly.
You know, for us to be able to even put in our money, because that's my follow-up question before I get back to Wangoi. Who are some of the stakeholders for talent industry in general, and just the stakeholders for East Africa Poetic, our battle?
One of the biggest stakeholders whom we are having on board is the Baraza Media Lab. They have such an amazing space for creatives, and they're doing such an amazing job in terms of training artists and giving them the space to practice their craft. So this is the second year that we are partnering with Baraza Media Lab, and we've had such a good ride. There are some good things which are coming up. They're opening up their spaces to the entire nation. It is not in my space to disclose this. Perhaps maybe I'll also bring them over here so that they can be able to speak about this. And two, we have the county government of Kisumu, which has been very, very supportive in this regard. Other partners whom we have KMET Kenya, we have Techno, who have always worked with us through the journey, amongst other great partners.
Yes, because these stakeholders, I'm asking about them because they are important. Starting from the poets, the links, between you, Godfrey, and talent industry. You need that wholesome connection for you to be able to make any significant difference. And I know it is hard work, but this is the work of pioneers. You know, when you will be seated, when your son will be your age, you know, Wangoi Kimani's daughter, they will have a much easier time, because pioneers have a harder time. Like you're saying, even finding creative spaces, even finding the space to express the art, like just finding a nice location is something. Then sort of an uphill battle, but we are fighting it so that the future generations do not have to worry about something like that at all. All right, then let's go. You participated in Wangoi East Africa Poetic Hour Battle. How many years? Was last year the first one?
Last year was the first one.
Last year was the first one, but interestingly, she was supposed to be there last year, but one.
But she somehow did not.
I applied, but didn't show up. No, I was not in the country. I remember. She
wasn't in the country.
Oh, is governor of Same what's up. You are not around. But so how was your experience last year? And I want us to start from the workshops, like you've said.
Yeah.
So did you get to be part of the workshops, working up to the main event? And just how was that experience for you from an artist perspective, from a participant who actually, went through the entire process?
Niko allowed kuchoma?
Yes.
Anyway, I had a good time.
Yes.
Let me be honest. Away from the competition.
Yes.
The hospitality was amazing. Oh God. And also, like, we built like a really nice family with the poets.
Yeah.
It got to a point we didn't like have the mindset of we are here for a competition.
Yeah.
Like, we had like this nights where we'll just like stay together, like have poetry together.
Yes.
We had bonfires.
Yes.
We were sleeping in a very nice place.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the hospitality nayo ilikuwa top notch.
Yeah.
Also, the place that we were performing at Sarova, so you can imagine it was a red carpet affair.
Yes.
So also the people that had attended were also like, let's say wenye people that can give you like work and all that. Do like from that audience, I think some of us, like, or most of the poets, like, got connections, got other jobs, like from these people seeing
there.
your art.
Yeah.
So it was quite an amazing experience. Maybe the competition part was vile tu nimesema, like, just don't go with that mindset of like you have to win and all that.
Yeah.
But generally the workshops also by Baraza Media Lab, and also like generally just the interaction with the poets, it was like so rich.
It was phenomenal.
It was
wow,
so rich.
That is nice. If you are part of this year's competition, I hope that you know that you are up for a big day, or is it a big night?
And you get to travel. Nikaka vacation kadogo.
It feels like a 360.
Yeah.
Like a 360 event. Dasha Godfrey atambia, how was your experience? Throughout planning, from this other angle, throughout planning the workshops, making sure you are equipping, because like you said, it's talent industry. To co-op a job, like great stuff, your rhymes, your rhythm, your tone are on point, but we need to make this business. Do you feel like your artists have been able to reap from being part of East Africa Poetic Hour Battle?
Well, I think they have.
Yeah.
We've had some of the examples that I can give. We've had artists such as Priest the Poet getting to perform at different events organized by Baraza Media Lab. We've had Macy Odalo perform at the Africa Media Festival, courtesy of the space. She's also performed at the Yali Fest this year, courtesy of the platform that is East Africa Poetic Hour Battle. Other artists who are doing great stuff in Uganda, the likes of Midnight Owl. We have Mercedes Benz, and these are artists who have risen from just coming to perform at the East Africa Poetic Hour Battle. So yes, I look at their journey pre the event and post the event, not just basically what Wangoi was saying, coming to the event with the mindset of winning, but basically there is growth. Tremendous growth. Yes.
Priest the Poet tuned in at 7 a.m. So he was here. He was ready for this conversation, and he keeps popping up. Let me talk about him, because at least him I have met. Like, even since he was last here. You meet him online, like he's performing at this event and this event and this event, and I am happy to see that, because that means he's growing as a person, and his network is also growing, and hopefully his net worth is following suit with that whole, with every performance. I think Wangoi can elaborate on that better. Because of packaging, then I'm talking to you because your packaging is sort of good example. It's a great example to how an artist should be able to package themselves. Have you gone up like net worth wise because of the packaging that you have learned?
Definitely you have to. The more you continue adding value to yourself, then you just can't continue like charging the same rate. Pia dola ikienda juu unaongeza rate yako. Unaongeza rate. Ikirudi chini rate inakaa hapo tu. Una maintain matatu. Literally.
Ikipanda imepanda.
Haiwezi rudi chini.
if you add more accolades, you add your rate as well.
Exactly.
If you are equipping yourself with skills, I just don't sit down and say, okay, I'm a poet.
Yeah.
Okay, what else are you doing? Are you like equipping yourself with skills?
Yeah.
Like as a person, I'm a president fellow, like under global peace leadership.
Yeah.
So the more you have like more things that you are doing and more things that you are adding to yourself, ongeza rate card.
Exactly. Because you're adding it with the justification of the value that you bring to the team. I think the reason Wangoi is speaking with her chest like that is because the accolade didn't find her asleep. She didn't wake up one day and say, okay, you know what, I think president fellow. You know, it's like you have gone to workshops, you've gone to trainings, you have put in the work. So if you add to your value, then do not feel sorry about adding to your rate card. Okay, let's ask the when, the where, because we can be here. I've just realized we can be here. No, we are chatty fellas on set. When will the East Africa Poetic Hour be? When, where, and the time?
Oh, before I go to when, where, and the time, there's an artist whom I forgot to mention called Willie Oeba, who was the winner of the 2018 edition of the East Africa Poetic Hour Battle. So that is also
Willie
just...
Oeba is also a common name.
That is just another...
And can I actually like pat your back on the way you are able, because the poetic scene, it's not a huge community, but you guys are able to, like, I think when I had Willie has opened a lot of doors for very many other poets to actually come here on set to sell their art for something that he's not actually even benefiting from. But you guys know how to. Wangoi will come from here and she will just make a call to some other poet that I didn't know. Then they'll come and you realize, they are worth some good airtime. So thank you for always looking out for each other.
Okay. Yes. So when 25th of May in Kisumu, Kenya, all roads are leading there from Kampala to Nairobi to Juba. Everyone is coming to Kigali. Everyone is coming down to Kisumu for this. It's the Nyege Nyege Festival of Poetry.
Oh God.
Good comparison there. You don't want to attack your story.
I got that from Uganda when we went over there for the workshop. They told us we want to do a caravan to Kisumu, just the way you guys come over here to Uganda for Nyege Nyege. We are coming down for the East Africa Poetic Hour Battle. So 25th of May at the Sarova Imperial Hotel. It's a red carpet affair.
It's a serious affair.
Ladies are Wajaini Angusha, they know how to do their thing. Gentlemen, kindly let's yes, in Kisumu. But the event will start 2 days before with workshops, school visit, etc. with the poets. What Wangoi was talking about. We are concluding the conversation with the poets on capitalizing on creativity, building a brand, and etc. That is before the event, which is on the 25th.
Yes. Okay, so 2 days before, but the main event is on the 25th
of May.
Can anyone attend? This is a competitors, stakeholders event.
For the workshop, all poets are welcome and invited to attend. It is open. The submission link will be shared, and then they can submit to be able to attend. For the competition, we've already had submissions which will be closing tonight. We have 140 poets who've submitted from South Sudan, Uganda, Rwanda, Uganda, Rwanda and Uganda. Tanzania, it's actually mashairi. Yes.
Mashairi.
Yes. It's actually mashairi. So Tanzania, tafadhali. So we are expecting to, for the next 1 week, the jury will be sitting down to select 20 from the East Africa community who will be coming down for the competition. So that information should be coming out in the next 1 week.
Exactly.
So, and for the event, that is for everyone, or every art lover. Puja.
Dress up, show up. You're going to have a fantastic time. If you are a brand owner, if you are in the corporate, if you are in the government, and you're looking for somewhere you can be able to get creative opportunities and creative people, these are the events you should be attending.
Yes.
You know, so that you're not looking for people on paper. You can see them perform. You can see how they think. You can get to interact with them. That you're picking people that you know, not just asking, unajua poet mmoja. You know, you can do better. You can do better than that. So please come and attend. What will be the activities of the day?
What will be the activities of the day? We'll be having 4 rounds of the competition. There will be the first round on capitalizing on creativity, the second round on misinformation. We will be talking about misinformation. How can we be able to decipher misinformation, especially on the digital era where we have a lot of things.
A lot of it.
Oh my goodness.
Not all of it.
News breaks before it breaks anywhere else. Na ile ya kwanza hiyo ndio inakuanga ni ya ukweli. So how can we be able to decipher that? And then there will be other rounds, free rounds where poets will be able to just get to freely express themselves. And if your poet will be selected, kindly follow the journey from the beginning, because at the end of it all we'll be having online voting. This time round we're not doing the hall. We're doing online voting. So the top 3, everyone please religiously follow your artist throughout the competition, so that at the final round you get to have the voice and the say of who your winner is.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because again, that is another aspect that is growing, because we need people, we need to see the support, we need to see how many people related, how many people learned, how many people were entertained, and like they say, numbers don't lie.
Yes.
Yeah, so please follow up with your artists to make sure that the final push that they need, because they can only do so much. Wangoi will prepare the hell out of preparation, but if you're not there to vote, you know, she might be number 4 instead of 1. You know, so you will have done her a great injustice. So please be there. Wait, the last top 3 from last year, do they sort of are they assured to be part of the 20 that will be performing this year? Ama wewe mwaka yako ime. We will be having some. I don't want to disclose yet, but we will be having 1 or 2, but I don't want to disclose yet. But that means of the top 3. Of the top 3, yes. Okay, so that means you have to keep your game on. Like your game needs to run the entire year. Because you're not assured whether you will be in the next rounds or in the next year. Wow, what is this is edition 6, when we will be having East Africa. No, when we will be having Up Africa Poetic Hour Battle. 5-10 years, what do you want it to look like?
5-10 years from now, the competition will be going around the East African countries.
Yes.
That is 1.
Yes.
And then 2, we will be keeping it to the East African countries, but we hope to open the doors to the entire Africa and have them come over to East Africa and enjoy the East Africa Poetic Hour Battle. Yes.
Okay, so we are traveling is in the books. Tukitoka Tanzania, tukitoka huko Uganda, tukitoka hivi South Sudan. How many of you have even been to South Sudan, ladies and gentlemen? You know, if you can come, get your be willing. And we said the only way you can really say thank you to this interview is be willing to pay your money. You see, after you subscribe to Angoi's channel, the next thing is to look for where is she performing, get a ticket, and actually be there. Because that's some of the ways where we can get to indulge, to actively participate in the theme of this year around capitalizing on creativity. Is you know the way you chuck money? You know you're going to a club on Friday, you know, and you're going to drink mzinga ya 5,500, and you're going to have hangover on Sunday. So you can do yourself one better. Get a ticket for 1,000, 1,500, 2,500 and go and have an amazing time. I want you to each take a turn to welcome people to the event this year, East Africa Poetic Hour Battle, as we wrap up. Yes, Wangoi.
All right, what's up? What's up, my good people? Manze, today is the final day of submitting. So make sure if you're a poet and you're out there, walai, like e-experience, it's so like words cannot like explain how much rich this experience is. So like make sure you're submitting. And also you art lover, we mwenye unasema utalipa wasanii, kwanza nunua tickets, kuja kwa issue. Like come and experience poetry. Yeah, twende Kisumu to experience like, you know, poetry and all that. Yeah.
Yes, and she said it's like a mini vacation. So also if you've been in this country, you've not been to Kisumu, this is your opportunity. This is your time to actually attend.
Yeah.
Godfrey, wait, are there tickets and how much are they going for?
Yes,
That is a very important
tickets
part.
are available at dalatickets.com and they're going for 700 shillings only for ordinary and 2,000 shillings for VIP and 10,000 shillings for a corporate table.
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh. That's starting from 700 bob. Nimekwambia mzinga ni 5,500. So that is like for you and 5 of your buddies. I know. 5 of your buddies, you can be able to get a ticket for just 700 bob at dollar.tickets. Dollartickets.com.
Yes.
Easy. Dollartickets.com. Get your ticket for just 700 bob or a VIP ticket for 2. That's how you know you're in Kisumu.
Yeah.
Like you know, get your VIP ticket for 2,000 bob or 10,000 bob for a corporate table. Please get your tickets right now. I told you, girl math, get your ticket right now so that by the next month you feel like you're going to the event for free.
I know.
We've talked about this. We've talked about these people. So please get your ticket. Make sure that you're booked for the date. 26th will be on a
25th of May. It will be on a Saturday.
On a Saturday.
Yes.
So you have no excuse. Chapa kazi yako Friday jioni wewe na Kisumu. Get your ticket and make sure that you are in attendance. Godfrey, your last words and inviting.
My last words, this is just to be grateful to the entire country for working with us the poetry journey to where we are right now, and we are asking for you to keep on holding on to us, keep on working with us. The future is bright, and at least we are creating spaces, employment spaces for our youths. So don't give up on us, the corporate sector. Please keep on, come on board. Come on board. The audience, keep showing up to this poetry event.
Yeah.
That support is what we need.
Exactly. And the good thing about the creative industry is that they work with passion. They will deliver with passionately for any project that is given to them on anything really. So yeah, if you are a corporate out there, you're looking to get into the creative space, you're looking to make money, because these people will make you money. They know how to make other people money. Pesa zao ndio tuna figure out. But if you want them to make you money, they will make you money. All right, so please, if you can be able to be part and parcel, if you can be able to reach out, they are going to give us their social media handles, both personal and for talent industry, and for East Africa Poetic Hour Battle, if they are there. If you can be able to partner in any way or form, you will be much appreciated. Finally, social media handles, Wangoi, so that we can follow up, know where you will be. And you mentioned you have something with yes, exactly. Mention that and your social media handles as we close.
All right, so for the love of Kikuyu language, myself and Priest the Poet are planning for something that will be around October. So I mean, follow me and follow Priest the Poet as well. So my socials ni Wangoi Kimani, Kimoney. Wangoi Kimani. You can never forget that. I mean, money is always ringing in your head. So Wangoi Kimani on Instagram, and nifuate ni TikTok. Hey, na struggle uko. Wangoi Kimani 253. Follow me uko pia. I mean, most of my updates I make them on my social media, so you will never miss on that.
If you are there, you're going to be able to follow up on where she will be, what she will be working on.
Yes,
every detail is going to be on her social media handles. So Wangoi Kimani. Godfrey,
follow East Africa Poetic Hour Battle on Facebook, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube.
Yes.
At Our Poetic. That is Poetic Hour reversed.
At
Our Poetic. Yes.
All right. So at Our Poetic across all social media handles.
Yes.
Talent industry.
At Talent Industry, you can follow Talent Industry on all social media platforms at Talent Industry Ltd.
Yes. Talent Industry Limited across all social media handles. Follow them up. Like I say, just go follow. You will figure out what you want to do with them later. Just go follow. You know what you know, so that you can see if there's something that is of your interest, you can be able to follow up on it. Thank you guys for being here. It's been an honor and a pleasure. It's always, we've talked for about an hour and there's not even like 10 minutes. So asante. sana.
Asante
We are
pia.
looking forward to the 25th of May. That is forming our first art calendar. The 25th of May at Sarova Imperial Hotel at Kisumu. Tickets are going for 700 bob for single tickets, 2,000 bob for VIP tickets, and corporate table will just cost you 10,000. If you can do this for me, you'll have done all of us here a great justice. Thank you guys. I will see you guys around. Please keep working at whatever you're working on. I promise that if you need airtime, we will be here to have these conversations over and over again.
We will be here the
Yes.
week after 25th.
Yes,
to
thank
the
you.
winners.
Yeah, please make time and come back and let's talk about the winners and their whole experience and just get to know when and how the next 2025 is going to be looking like. Guys, we're going to finish there. We're just coming back shortly with our art calendar, and then it will be a wrap for Art and Culture Monday.
Who should be held accountable?
The only place where we embrace the thin white double line ni tukienda white party.
And of course, if you have any last questions for our guests in studio concerning the East African Poetic Battle, Poetic Hour Battle 2020.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
First time?
Yeah, I'm kind of scared, but I can do this. Mess with me. Yeah, let's do this, man.
I have this rapper from I have for Sawa, then I have the charity event, and then this rapper Chili's Tavern. I've not seen the trailer. Oh, yeah, that one I have seen.
Back, ladies and gentlemen, and if you see me standing, you already know that we are wrapping up the show. But before we do, we are going straight to our art calendar because Tuli promised kukupatia form, and we are starting with FIFA tournament. This is from the Gen Z Festival, FIFA tournament that is going to be happening at Jamhuri Gardens on the 27th of April, and there'll be a maximum of 256 participants. Registration fee is 1,500 bob, and the prize money is 100,000 Kenya shillings. I think you could use it. So if you love to play some FIFA, this is your event. All right, so please be there, attend, participate, enjoy, and hopefully get to win. All right, we are moving on to Day of Charity. Day of Charity is a Umoja ni Nguvu initiative. All right, Umoja ni Nguvu initiative is giving a donation at Mfungu School. All right, the date is the 25th of May, and the activities will include shoe and pad drive and team building activities. There is a pay bill number and an account number on how you can be able to support. So if you will not be able to make it there in person, you can support from the pay bill number that has been given and be part and parcel of this charity event, and God will bless you. All right, let's move on. Moving on, we are going to the Poetic Hour, East Africa Poetic Hour battle, and like we have said, this one is happening at Sarova Imperial Hotel at Kisumu. The date is the 25th of May. The tickets are going for just 700 bob for individual tickets, 2,000 bob for VIP tickets, and just 10,000 bob for a corporate table. All right, so if you can be able to get your ticket, you're getting your tickets at dalatickets.com. All right, dalatickets.com. Get your ticket and get to enjoy an amazing poetic hour battle that is just going to entertain you thoroughly. So get that and you will have done yourself a great service. All right, the next one, which will be our last one, is the official Kip Kemboi movie trailer, and I want us to take a look at that. But the Kip Kemboi movie trailer or movie brings together an exceptional Kenyan and Canadian cast and crew to create an inspirational and exciting story about two brilliant young Kenyans on an adventure to the rights and the wrongs of the world in a unique feature film that showcases the beauty of Kenya. I want us to take a look at that trailer even as we wrap up, because this is where we are wrapping up at our art calendar from Art and Culture Monday.
Life is not always a straight line, my boy. When one door closes,
another one opens.
I think that you're a genius. Start thinking like one. Is it about making money?
The money just proves that the math is correct.
And it's legal?
Totally legal. Just like the American dream. You can see it all so clearly. It's how the entire international monetary system works.
Let me guess. The rich get richer.
People have no idea that a man who owns nothing can make more money than a king.
10 million shillings?
I can finally help everybody. If this is how the rest of the world makes money, how can we even compete? Not even playing the same game.
I'm worried something bad is going to happen.
People are going to wonder how you got the money to build this tower.
there's some trading happening there that we've never seen before.
Is that a problem?
We can make you extremely rich.
I'm already rich.
We got a boy to find.
It's a stupid equation. They came for it.
Must be quite the equation.
You can make more money than you could ever imagine.
What you have done is very important. Money is a weapon.
Shouldn't be.
We need to get a story out in the press right away. Say he's a terrorist. Terrorist? I thought he was a genius.
The world is not fair. And if they think you are spoiling their dinner, they will crush you. You are in serious trouble, boy.
Give us the equation. The world is changing, and no one can stop it. Not even you.
Are you a terrorist or a mathematician?
This is what... Imagine what's possible.
Perfect. That is Keep Kemboi, and you can go and celebrate the premiere of Keep Kemboi in Toronto, June the 22nd, 2024. We will keep you posted and probably be able to get snippets from there, because it's a Kenyan original story. Kama unaweza fika Toronto, si ukimbie. All right, and then and then have an amazing time. But that has been so beautifully put together. There are a number of familiar faces that you can see there, including Abel Mutua. I forget, there's another older gentleman that I forget his name, but a story well put together. If that trailer is anything to go by, it is going to be worth your watch. So we are going to be keeping you posted, and by June the 22nd, 2024, after the premiere, the movie will actually be out. We will tell you when, where you can be able to see it and just enjoy an amazing story. That, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the conclusion of our art and calendar, our art and culture show. We are happy, honestly. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for listening in and participating in every conversation of the day. It's always an honor